Hello and welcome back to the Football Debate. With all of the mammoth transfer fees being bandied about in this transfer window, we've decided to have a look at the most expensive starting 11 of all time.
Goalkeeper, Ederson. At 23 years old, the Brazilian has become the most expensive goalkeeper of all time, finally breaking the record of the legendary Gianluigi Buffon, which had stood since 2001. Although only when the fee is converted to pounds sterling, as Buffon's fee is still higher when it comes to euros, but this list will be in pounds sterling, so therefore Ederson makes the lineup. Manchester City paid a whopping £34 million to Benfica for his services to become the future stopper at the club for years to come, with Claudio Bravo only seen as a backup, and fan favourite Joe Hart seemingly on his way out of the club permanently. It is unknown just how the youngster will cope with the mammoth fee, however his record of 17 clean sheets in 27 appearances last season surely gives City fans an air of optimism about their new number one. Defender, David Luiz. When Paris Saint-Germain offered Chelsea $50 million for David Luiz in the summer of 2014, most Chelsea fans were as confused as they were delighted. Despite being a more than capable centre-back for the Blues, and even a fine defensive midfielder, the majority of the Chelsea faithful would have gotten rid of the follically gifted defender for half the price. Luiz did move to the Parc des Princes for what was a world record fee for a defender at the time. In his 2 seasons in France, Luiz won a domestic quadruple twice, picking up 2 league titles, 2 Coupes de France, 2 Coupe de Ligue and 2 Trophées de Champion. He even scored against Chelsea in a Champions League tie. After realising their mistake, Chelsea re-signed the Brazilian in 2016 for a fee of $34 million and has been ever present for them ever since. Defender, John Stones. Now don't get us wrong, we're not saying that John Stones is a bad footballer, as Christ knows he's a lot better than any of us here. But unfortunately, he has become a victim of the curse of being English and having a semi-decent season, which causes your transfer value to exponentially skyrocket. As was the case in the summer of 2016, as Stones moved from Everton to Manchester City in a deal worth £47.5 million, making him the second most expensive defender at the time. Despite having a fairly unremarkable first season in City Blue, it is fair to say that at this point in his career, Stones really needs to start living up to that potential to justify the hefty price tag. Although he does still have plenty of time, as he's still only 23, and he has the likes of Vincent Kompany to mentor him. It would also help massively if the English press back off the poor lad and just let him play football. Defender, Rio Ferdinand. In 2002, Leeds were in a perilous financial state and were forced to sell off some of their greatest assets in order to balance the books. Arguably their most valuable asset was that of Rio Ferdinand, who Leeds accepted a £30 million offer for from bitter rivals Manchester United, making Ferdinand the most expensive British defender of all time at that time. He of course went on to become a club legend at Manchester United, winning 6 league titles, 3 League Cups, a Club World Cup and a Champions League in 2008. All this despite missing a drugs test he took back in 2003 and forgetting to take it, despite passing the test the following day. He was then slapped with an 8-month ban from all football activity, meaning that he missed out on Euro 2004. To be fair, even that whole ordeal is less embarrassing than his spell at QPR though. Midfielder, Paul Pogba. The world's most expensive footballer was a member of Manchester United's youth setup before the Red Devils let him go in the summer of 2012 for an absolute pittance to Juventus. Whilst in Italy, the Frenchman lit up Serie A, claiming plaudits from all who watched him play, and praised his ability to play anywhere in the spine of the midfield with relative ease. In the summer of 2016, Manchester United were forced to go crawling back to Pogba in hopes of him re-signing, and Juventus certainly made sure that they made a profit on their investment, forcing United to shell out a world record transfer fee of £89.3 million to bring back a player they received just under £1 million for just 4 years earlier. Upon his return to Old Trafford, it's fair to say that Pogba has flattered to deceive, with just 5 goals and 4 assists last season, but it is undoubted that he has the talent necessary to become one of the world's elite midfielders. Although we can't forgive him for the popularisation of dabbing though, that's a ridiculous carry-on altogether. Midfielder, Zinedine Zidane. One of the most elegant players to ever grace a football pitch, Zinedine Zidane rose to prominence during the 1990s with spells at Bordeaux and Juventus, before his then world record transfer to Real Madrid in 2001 for around £46.6 million, which equates to roughly €77 million in today's money. The former World Cup and European Championship winner took his levels of success to new heights at the Bernabeu, winning Champions League in 2002 with that goal against Bayer Leverkusen in the final, as well as a league title, 2 Supercopas de España and a UEFA Super Cup alongside his Galacticos teammates. Despite the great man's career ending in disgrace by being sent off in the 2006 World Cup final after nutting Marco Materazzi, Zidane has since returned to the club, who once paid that world record transfer fee, as Real Madrid manager in 2016, leading Los Blancos to a La Liga title and 2 Champions League trophies. Midfielder, Gareth Bale. After an outstanding season with Tottenham Hotspur in the 2012-13 season, culminating in winning the PFA's Players Player, PFA Young Player and FWA Player of the Year awards, Gareth Bale was the hottest of commodities in European football, and with Spurs failing to qualify for the Champions League the following season, interest was understandably high in the Welshman. Once again, it took the world record transfer to be broken in order for Real Madrid to win the race for his signature, with a monumental £85.3 million fee. Things initially didn't go to plan for Bale, as for Madrid's opening 16 games, Bale missed 5, was subbed on or off in 6 others, thus only playing 5 full matches. However, since then, Bale has proven to be worth every penny Los Blancos paid for him, having scored in both Copa del Rey and Champions League finals. Midfielder, James Rodriguez. Since 2013, James Rodriguez has been involved in not one, but 2 big money moves. The first came in 2013 to French side Monaco, who were splashing the cash in the wake of their subsequent takeover. He became the most expensive player in Ligue 1 history. However, it was at the 2014 World Cup that James really made his impression, and caused interest to go through the roof in pursuit of his signature, as he finished top scorer of the tournament and narrowly missed out on the Golden Ball award for the tournament's best player. Once again, it was Real Madrid who beat out the competition with a £63 million fee, making him the most expensive Colombian in history, beating out Radamel Falcao. Despite being an integral part of the squad in his early years at the Bernabeu, his playing time dwindled and he had to settle for a place on the bench. In July 2017, it was confirmed that James would join Bayern Munich on a 2-year loan deal, with an option for the German giants to buy him for a reported €40 million. Midfielder, Cristiano Ronaldo. Good lord, Real Madrid are popping up a fair bit in this list, no? The Portuguese superstar has done it all in the game, and even by the time he had made his then world record transfer to Los Blancos, Ronaldo's list of accomplishments eclipsed that of many who came before him. After signing for Manchester United in 2003, he went on to win 3 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, the Champions League, as well as the Ballon d'Or in 2008. Having scored 118 goals in 292 games for the Red Devils, Real came knocking and offered £80 million for his services, an offer that United just couldn't refuse. Since then, Ronaldo's been pretty much unstoppable, scoring more goals for the club than he's played games, and winning title after title, as well as a host of individual honours. His imperious form led to the 2016 European Championships, where he captained, and some would say managed, the Portuguese team to their first international title. Forward, Gonzalo Higuain. Argentinian marksman Gonzalo Higuain has scored goals throughout his entire professional career, so it's no wonder that any team would have to really splash the cash to attain his services. Despite having netted a highly respectable 121 times in 264 games for Real Madrid between 2006 and 2013, Higuain was seen as surplus to requirements by Real, with interest to sign him coming from all over Europe. In the end, it was Italian club Napoli who snagged the striker for a €40 million fee in the summer of 2013. Since then, Higuain continued his goal-scoring exploits, even helping Argentina to a World Cup final in 2014. During his time in Naples, Higuain set the league alight, scoring 91 goals in 146 games, prompting Italian superpower Juventus to make an approach for him, and subsequently signed the then 28-year-old for £75.3 million, the highest ever transfer by an Italian club. He proved to be money well spent, as he scored 32 goals in all competitions for the old lady in his first season. Forward, Romelu Lukaku. Even since the age of 16, the world of football has been aware of Romelu Lukaku. He burst onto the scene in 2009, playing for Anderlecht in the Belgian Pro League, where he finished top scorer in his debut professional season with 15 league goals and 19 in all competitions. He went on to score 20 in all competitions the following season, before being signed by his boyhood club Chelsea in 2011. Unfortunately for the big Belgian, his time at Stamford Bridge was an unhappy one, barely featuring before being shipped out on loan to both West Brom and Everton. He finished as the top scorer for each club at the end of those respective loan spells, prompting Everton to sign Lukaku for a club record £28 million. He went on to score 71 goals in 133 games for Everton, becoming only one of 5 players to score 50 Premier League goals before his 23rd birthday. It was this type of goal-scoring form that led Manchester United to pay £75 million for the striker in the summer of 2017.
So that's our starting 11. What would yours be? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out the rest of our content, and also feel free to like, share and subscribe.